Hey guys, welcome to my review of 75394, and something very interesting happened. And I gotta tell you about it before I kind of get into this review, so stay tuned for the next minute and we'll dive into this review. Alright, hey guys, I just made the biggest Lego mistake. I don't know, you guys probably have family, like parents or siblings, friend, and this mistake is so easy to make. Even Ned from Spider-Man Far From Home, or one of the Spider-Man Homecoming, made this mistake. And after spending a couple live streams building this Star Destroyer, what happened is a piece of my clothing, I think pant leg or my shirt, stuck to the box or this, because I had it sitting in this box because I don't know how much you can see this. One of my shots will grab this pretty nicely, but it's kind of like this. Box is slightly too small, doesn't quite hold it, and it sticks out. And it was on a precarious pile, but it's a pile where it's not exactly ingeniously stacked. You got a small box on the bottom, a big box on the top. You got more small boxes of trays of Lego and set boxes, and then you had this box sitting there. And it was a matter of time before a piece of clothing was going to catch it and grab it, and it was going to stick to it and fall. And that's exactly what happened. Is right before one of my little recent live streams, I can't remember, I think it was the Searcher set that I built. Right before that, my leg, or my clothing caught to it, pulled it down, and broke it into a million pieces. So I had to stick it into this box and shove it somewhere where I could walk and get it out of the way. Today's video, we're talking about this Star Destroyer. This is 75394. I just want to welcome you to this review. I'm FitLegoGuy, but you can also call me Josh. This is 75394, as I just said. It was released just a couple months ago on August 1st. For ages 10 and up, it has some tricky parts. I think you can go younger than 10. We can talk a little bit more on that on towards the end. It does have 1,555 pieces and does have 7 minifigures. If you kind of the anniversary figure as being a part of the minifigure count, I'm going to get to that again towards the end of this video. So you're really going to want to make sure that you watch all the way to the end. Star Wars, right? If you've never seen Star Wars, you probably at least have some recognition of what this is. This is kind of stuff into pop culture pretty well since 1977. But if you don't know, it kind of raced our screens since that first Star Wars film before Star Wars had numbers on them. Just in the opening 5 seconds of that, just the massive amount, the massive ship just coming onto our screens and really cementing itself as an iconic ship. And it makes sense that LEGO has made this now for the 3rd time. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised it's not more, but it is what it is. It does come with some pretty great minifigures. We're going to start off first with Darth Vader. It's the same Darth Vader that we've been getting. There really isn't an improvement that you can make to this Darth Vader. I really don't think. You know, a little armor piece where his cape can kind of go beneath and kind of hold it. You know, that. He's got a 2-part helmet, which I really like, because it allows you to... It really works for a Return of the Jedi. We can take his helmet apart and have him in his dying moments. He's got arm printing, he's got really good leg printing. His chest piece looks excellent. You got all kinds of little details on there. Just really, kind of like Darth Vader. Lego does a really good job with him, and they have for like the last 10 years. Then we have the Stormtrooper. Now, these guys are not my favorite. They're not my favorite version of the Stormtrooper. They look very much like a Family Guy Stormtrooper. Much are just a little oversized, a little smushed in the face. So they look like a flattened, oversized helmet. And I think that there have been other helmet molds that have worked really well. But, you know, the helmet and the printing is really good. Even on the helmet, like you have the dual molded helmet that I really like, the black underneath. So you don't have to have a black head. It really creating that body glove underneath there. The actual printing looks really high quality. You get some nice little leg printing. You don't get toe printing like you get with the clones. Some of the clones at least, but they still look really good. And then that torso, and there's a lot of details there that Lego does capture very well. You have Commander Praj. He's the black officer looking. He's got the kepi hat, I think, and a pretty looking head. Now he appeared real briefly in episode 4, so if you don't remember him, it makes sense. He does look pretty accurate. He's got his insignia and different markings on his uniform. Now we're going to the Imperial crew member, which could be, he is gray and has a lot more printing than Commander Praj, but He does look really good. He's got the leg printing that has different pockets on his uniform, and he's got his uniform or torso printing that different lines and creases and belt that are all printed very well. His headpiece also looks really good. He's got the little microphone piece and then a black hat on top. And we have Imperial Gunner, which underneath it's a female head. You've got just the really excellent gunner helmet. Really, there isn't need to change it. It's got two lights on the left-hand side, the insignia on the front, and just a really good-looking helmet. Torso and legs, very similar into the crew member uniform. Looks really good. And then the torso of this one has printed on body armor, which is really good. And we have the Imperial Navy Trooper, and another really excellent helmet. LEGO does know how to do. They can nail a lot of these helmets really good. This is probably a new mold, but looks really good. I mean, not like all the details here. The different layers and textures that you see on film are captured here. And then the legs are plain, and the torso has a little bit of printing as well. And it just has a double-sided head with the chin strap. The last figure that is the most important for LEGO to get right is Cal Kestis, and I think they did a pretty good job. This figure alone is a 9 out of 10, just missing a couple things. Really, you got the red hair that looks really good. Then it's toe printing. He's got the nice gunmetal gray pants and with pockets and whatnot that really it's the first layer of pants. They're like a dark gray, like but kind of in a metallic, which I think works for him. He also has a plaque, and his torso has so many details going on. You got the lightsaber straps. You got his other straps that go over his chest pieces. He's got a nice blue torso, and the backside has stim packs and other things on the backside as well. And he has his lightsaber. I do think that he should have come with a poncho.
We have an issue here.
What? I'm sorry, what is the issue?
Well, see, Anthony, Stig, you're talking about the story, gameplay, characters, but you haven't mentioned a poncho.
And then probably BD1 really would have helped him here. Now, I know he's not in his own set, and BD1 did come in another set. I really feel like that he would have been a more complete figure if this is the only time we're going to get him in a set. He should have everything that is known to him, so BD1 and a poncho. But let's kind of get into the ship itself. Just right off the bat, in the middle of the top section, you just fold open those up, and then you can pull a handle and swoosh your ship around. On top of there, if you fold it back up, you have the sides where you can move your turrets, and then you have buttons to fire off your spring-loaded shooters. If we remove the top section and just set it aside, you can fold open your flaps and have access to the whole Star Destroyer. On the front, you do have this bridge section where you can put Darth Vader, and he can be checking in on all his Imperial officers. We'll go ahead and put a gunner in there, and they can just be monitoring the computer screens and whatnot, which are all stickers, but still look really good. I do think that they could have been pieces here, and it would have been really nice, but not that big. You do have an officer decks on the side where you can put Commander Praj. It has a mug and a computer screen as well, maybe a key card. And you've got like a head bay. You can put the Stormtrooper because he got injured by Cal Kestis. And he can get the medical attention he needs. Now back in that corner, you have a little map that is symbolizing where your enemies and friends are. So you have two dots, the triangles, a couple triangles that are mimicking Star Destroyers and other cruise ships. In the back, you have a couple printed computer screens and then sticker computer screens, both that have the layout of your Star Destroyer and then status of your fighter escort or your fighter support, as in TIE fighters. Unfortunately, no mini TIE fighters come in this set, but I don't think it's a big deal. On the back side, we fold it back up. You have to remove Darth Vader. When you do fold it back up to get the AD section, you do want to make sure you get nice and tight, otherwise you have these big gaps. And you can, if you don't fold it up all the way, you can still get the top on. It just looks kind of bad. Care about that. You just want to make sure that you pay extra attention to get it nice and tight. And then you just stick it on, nice and there, and then you can kind of feel it loose, so I don't know if I got it on that well, but that's as far as that goes. And on the back side, you got 3 really nice looking blue engines that look pretty good, and then the back section as well opens up, and you could put all kinds of things back there. I have just a 1x4. Then your bridge doesn't open up where you put minifigures, but I think it does capture the bridge really nicely. I think it looks really good. We'll kind of get on to pros and cons. I mean, how structurally sound this is, because I did, just to summarize, I did drop this, and a lot of it did break, but the structural part of it did stay intact. It does have a collection of minifigures with the 6 or 7. And the stickers do add quite a bit of good detail. Now, if we get into cons, price can be considered here at $170, $160. I think, $10, $20 off, 20%, you're getting a really good deal by then. This is still, didn't quite. And then on there is really good minifigure to include, but the con is they didn't include some of the needed stuff like a cape, poncho, and 81. And, extra minifigure in a case of a stormtrooper here really would improve that value, especially for the 160. Just a couple. You're going to charge 160, include the poncho, BD1, and extra stormtrooper, and you've got really great value here. It doesn't waiting for that 20% off. Wait for if Black Friday drops any deals, and that's a really good way to get this. Well, but I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this set? Is this a good Star Destroyer? Let me know right down in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like. It really does help the channel out. And I've got another video you're going to want to watch right over here.